need him anyway.
All right.
Yeah, he's going insane.
And we're back. Ryan went to go get mauled by dogs or something like that.
You know, the usual.
After
I think
the
he
lions,
was more
felt like he
seeing
needed
who
more.
his dogs were mauling.
All right. So you guys were in the inn, conversing about strategies for keeping Arius alive, making sure that Sphinxara knows exactly where Arius is in the night, so she can murder him in the evening, and no one will know.
So the nice thing about wireless headphones is I can hear everything that everybody said.
Oh,
No, you were muted, so that means you can't hear us if we can't hear you.
Oh man, that reminds me of when I was a little kid, and I was like, "Oh, wouldn't it be funny if I pretended to dial 911?" So I unplugged the part of the phone from the actual phone part, and thought that was gonna work. And then they called back, and I was like, "Uh-oh!" So my dad answered it. Yeah, not a bright idea.
Yeah.
So Mal, should we privately discuss where I'll be staying so you're aware of my location, and then?
I almost wonder if only one person should know.
You mean?
Perhaps, like Zeke or Cassius, you go with Arius and find where he's staying tonight, and only that person knows. Because actually, even Zeke, is it safe for even you to know? I just sort of wink at you, sort of hinting.
Wait, why are you asked that? We don't know he was being hunted, do we?
I do.
Oh, you do?
Yeah,
okay.
he does.
Well, I mean, I guess if you say that, I would look puzzled. I don't know if I would say anything. Yeah, I think. What do you mean?
Do you? I just wink at. Do you say anything when I wink, or do you just nod, or do you look like you just don't want to talk about it?
I don't know if my character would know what you meant by the wink.
Okay. Okay, that's fair.
Sense motive, or
sure. Right, I assume. Or actually, do I have any?
That used to be innuendo. Nope, no clue.
Okay. You're like, you have something in your eye. I would just say, you know what, I'll take Arius to wherever then. The rest of you to stay with Sphinxor, and I'll be back hopefully within an hour. Depending on how hard it is. Or maybe it's 3 hours if you're trying to estimate distance, Sphinxor. Maybe it's 2 days, like we're going to a different city. And I just stand up and start walking out with Arius.
Okay.
He's gonna go steal your kill, isn't he?
Oh, that would be awful, because when you're haunted, that means it never goes away. One of the worst things that could happen is Arius dies and Sphinx doesn't know, and Sphinx is forever every night not able to sleep properly because
trying to kill me.
Yeah.
Okay. So the place that I would be hoping is we've been going around this town for quite a bit. Sphinxor has been pretty much stationary. So I would want to know of a place that we've encountered only because we've been traveling around the city that we would know would be a place where Arius could stay.
Okay.
So I wouldn't want something that's just marked on a map that Sphinxor could probably knows.
I mean, that's gonna be difficult. I mean, she knows geography, she doesn't have city maps, so it's really not gonna be that hard to kind of hide away him in an inn somewhere else.
I guess I'm just being overly careful, but that's kind of how I've made.
No, that's fine. I mean, you're putting it on time.
Sorry. I was just gonna say, is there any non-traditional ways? I don't know if it's normal. Do random people just let travelers stay in for a fee, to make extra money?
Especially not here.
Okay.
These people don't even like when they hear other people's sounds. They're not gonna want people living with them.
Oh right, this is where it was quiet. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is that neighborhood that you just drive through with a muffler and people just report you to the police. Okay,
What
well,
were you thinking, Mal?
I guess a more obscure inn is still probably going to be better. I don't know. Should I see if I've learned anything about this city, or if I'm still freaking clueless?
Can I assist?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a
with
knowledge
these,
local.
Can I assist in this at all?
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't have knowledge local.
Oh,
Can I
then
use,
no,
like,
you cannot.
diplomacy?
Then you can use diplomacy.
I don't know
yeah.
anything about this town. All right, I give up. This town just eludes me.
Diplomacy will work.
Yeah, that's not gonna be any better.
It takes you a while to find him a place, but you manage to get him to like one of the seediest places in town.
This is good. This will just only confuse her further.
You can stay here for 5 coppers.
Oh,
Will I be safe here from the general public?
You got spells, right?
Yeah. To prevent me from getting my throat slit into my.
This is part 1 of Maldronicus' revenge.
Yeah, Maldronicus is trying not to break out laughing at this. He's just like,
But
it's
other
very,
general,
very,
it's not
very
like,
unfortunate.
It's
you
not like
have to stay.
crime ridden. It's just like a shitty place to stay. Right?
I mean, it's a really shitty place to stay. You don't know the demographics and statistics of this town, so you're not really sure.
Well, when we walk in, do I see like roguish people? Like everyone looks shady.
Oh, what are you trying to say, huh? You trying to typecast people? First, the incident with human.
Hey, do you have change for platinum pieces?
Yeah. I would
All the knives
say
come out.
this.
I have copper.
This
Oh, no,
place
I don't
looks
have copper.
fairly questionable, but it should do the job of keeping you away from Sinksora for tonight.
Yeah, it should be alright.
Are there any valuables you want me to hold on to? I promise I won't sell them.
Or turn them into blacksmith ink?
I just have my coin on me, but I mean,
I can hold on to it if you wish. It's up to you.
it might be a good idea. Okay, I'll give you all my gold and platinum.
Okay. I won't transfer it. I'll just say I'm holding it.
Yeah, I'll just say yeah. I'll
Okay.
keep my. I only have silver.
Okay. I will. If something happens, obviously come back to the inn. Well, someone will be keeping watch. Otherwise, the rest of us will be in our rooms. And if something major comes, we'll find you here. So just if you're gonna go somewhere else, you'll probably have to come by the inn and tell us to know that.
Yeah.
So otherwise, we won't be able to find you if we need
So
you.
I'll meet you at your inn in the morning.
Yeah, we're departing right at sunrise,
All right,
assuming nothing comes up.
sounds good.
Excellent. Good decision, crew.
So when I go to buy a room, I'll ask for like their best room, whatever it is, if they have one.
Sure. They'll give you your best
5.5
room.
copper.
5 copper.
So yeah, so the lowest denomination I have is 1 silver, so I'll just give her 1 silver and with some drinks or whatever I can buy. With
All right, thanks. Here's your key.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Okay.
You'll
Thank
get up to your room just fine. Don't
All right, thank you.
don't mind the stain.
Hey, at least there's only one stain, because he said the stain.
Yeah. It's we've been unable to clean it out of the floor. We assure you it's probably not blood.
Probably not.
Well,
I'm not sure.
we didn't have the time to investigate. We just had to get it cleaned up. We had new people coming in.
This is your best room available.
It is our best.
All right. Well,
One could say people fight over this room.
I guess quite literally, maybe. Actually, no one's gonna fight me for this room, right? Perhaps.
There's been a lot of fighting in that room for a while.
Why? Because they want the room?
No, there's been a lot of fighting in that room for a while because it was under investigation for a bit.
What? Is it not under
I'm
investigation
having
now?
trouble not laughing about this just because of the circumstance.
Is it okay if I stay in this room? I don't want any trouble. I just want.
You should be fine. We replaced the locks, so the key problem isn't going to happen anymore.
What? Key problem? You had a key problem? You know what? Yeah, it sounds great. Thank you. And I'm gonna walk away with the key to this room. I don't want to know any more about this.
But I genuinely do have a really good story to go along with this.
Oh
Well, if he keeps talking or calls after me, I'll listen.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
So when you get up there, you will notice like the door has like claw marks on it. The lock is very clearly brand new because it is like entirely different than everything else. Like the door looks like it's kind of old and been there for a while. The like molding around it is the same. It looks like it's been there for a while. But like the door handle is like shiny and new, and the lock above it is like in pristine condition.
Are the shavings from where the claw marks would have made on the door on the floor anywhere or anything?
No, that's all been cleaned up.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just unlock it and go in.
Okay. When you close the door behind you, it is actually pretty clean in here, aside from a giant, like, dark stain on the wood floor.
Okay.
The bed is off to the side. It feels like you could sleep on it.
Is there any like spare furniture in here that I could like wedge the door with?
Yeah, there's a small desk that you could push in front of it.
All right,
There's a bed.
Too bad it's coming in through the window.
Is there a window in here?
There is a window in here, and you are on the
Is it
first
like-
floor.
Is it easily like openable from the outside or anything like that? Or is it kind of
Give me a knowledge construction or a craft construction.
craft construction?
Are you
Profession
I don't know.
architect.
Yeah.
I
How
don't
much
have
do you
any
know
of
about like the logistics of what windows are better than others?
From my time staying in inns, there's one time
Okay.
I needed to lock that window.
So yeah, you see there's like a lock on the window.
Oh, so it is locked?
It is, yeah, it does have a lock.
Whoa,
Okay,
he didn't
I'll
say
just
all
make
that.
sure I'll just make sure it's locked. I'll try to like open it.
Okay. It is locked. It doesn't move.
Okay. That satisfies me, I guess. And then
Okay.
yeah, if it's late, I'll head to bed.
Okay. Excellent.
You're not as paranoid as me. I would have checked to see if it was a new lock like the door.
Hey, he said there was a lock on the window. He didn't say anything about it being.
Before I go to bed, I cast Mage Armor on myself.
All right. Well, then I believe we got to start everybody's favorite.
Yay!
Ooh, dreams.
All right.
Yep.
Let's
And
see.
I got a trait I've been forgetting to use.
Let's see who goes first.
That's concerning.
I get to re-roll a save once
Ooh.
per day.
Arius,
So I
No
get
matter
2
what?
attempts to... Yeah.
Nice.
Arius, you go first.
Oh boy.
But because you go first, we should check somebody else real quick first. Sphinx.
You go first, but not actually.
Sphinx.
Yeah.
You head to bed as you normally do. Get all
Yeah.
nice and cozy. Are you doing anything before bed?
Oh, you know, sharpening the tips of my crossbow.
Okay.
Okay, I'm not actually doing it. I'm just getting ready for bed.
Okay. So you get off to bed. And you, as you do, wake up somewhere in the middle of the night. Arius isn't
Ooh, not
here.
Too.
Where is Arius? Give me a will save.
He's not here right now. Come back later. Oops,
Ooh.
that didn't work.
The spirits. Maybe the spirits will know.
It's a good idea.
Maybe if I ask them, they'll tell me where. Let's see here. I'm gonna need you to give me a use of your augury.
Hooray!
Ooh.
Which of us is on watch first, by the way? Which of us is on watch at this point?
That's
I
a
guess you guys
good
would have to
question.
Who would
decide in
have
order.
who would have the second watch?
Let's roll for it, I guess, since we didn't actually decide. Just do it randomly. We just want to do that? Or would
Sure.
someone... Yeah.
Womp.
Augury is my minor prophecy.
Lowest
Your
or
minor
highest
prophecy,
wins?
yes.
We'll go in increasing order, so... Alright, so I'm second watch.
Perfect. 6, 7, and 8.
Spirits of the end, heed me as one of you. I call upon you. Find Aureus.
Is she saying this in her sleep?
Find him. Yes.
Can I just non-lethal smack her?
Are you in her room?
Yeah, wait.
Yeah.
How would you?
Yeah, that's where we're keeping watch.
Okay.
yeah.
You're watching her sleep? What the fuck? I thought you were just gonna wait in the hallway or something.
Why? When she could jump out a window or whatever,
Yeah.
I think you guys would know that.
I don't know.
This girl wandered
If
off
people
and burned
can
down a
jump out
door.
windows-
We're being
Okay,
very
okay.
cautious.
So you can go ahead and give me a non-lethal attack roll.
That's not fun.
D3 plus your strength. Because you said you're just going to try to slap her, right?
Oh, yeah.
Please
No,
do
you
not
fucked
use
her
this
down.
on me.
You get another will save.
Okay.
It's like, don't listen to them.
You get a
Sphinx
bonus.
Aura.
You get a bonus equal to the damage, so you will wake up. And you've got a burning feeling on your face.
Oh? What?
It was better than another door. Okay.
On another door? Wait, is this about the thing that happened last night?
Yes.
Dang it. Again.
You were doing well though. You made it through almost half the night. So maybe maybe you'll make it through the other half more peacefully.
I hope so.
Alright.
But the good news is slapping you works apparently.
Yay.
Arius. You are once again in your room. Just like before.
At this time, am I still like childhood Arius, or am I gone through this enough that I have like my own mind with me?
You're
or-
still not quite at your own mind. But you do again remember everything that's happened in the dream so far. And you have a little bit of like understanding that this isn't really you. That you're starting to get that sensation like something about this is very deja vu, and something about this is like not quite. I'm not like a kid, but like I'm in this kid body.
I want to try and grow my claws. Can I do
You
this as a kid?
attempt to glow your claws and give me a D100 roll.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not sure if I feel the amulet this time, but
Your claws like come out. Very little tiny claws,
Oh.
but they're there.
okay. And when I like felt the whatever I usually feel to like expend my claws, like it just felt normal, as if like it just felt usual. Okay.
Yeah,
thanks,
it felt a little like different, like because you're kind of still linked to your child mind. It's a very unique experience-ish to have the claws come out. Like, you can feel like you've done this a couple of times before, but you're not really used to doing it.
Okay.
But then there's also some level of, like, familiarity to it as well.
All right. I guess I retract them. I look around because last time I had a selection of toys. Are there the same toys laid out, or?
Mhm.
I want to pick a different one. I don't remember I remember last time I picked the wings, but I don't remember what the other toys were.
So you can give me a perception, because it was down to a perception that you did.
Okay. Perception. Oof.
Yeah, it's a lot of the stuff that you're looking at just seems kind of fuzzy. You can see the wings again, but everything else is just a bit fuzzy.
Am I able to just grab one object at random aside from the wings, or no? Is it like
I'll let you grab at random.
Okay, I grab one at random. That's not the wings.
You will grab like this weird kind of shirt of like scales.
Okay, I'll put it on.
Okay.
Do I feel any different, or does it just feel like a fabric or a cloth?
It feels like you didn't put anything on at all. It feels like really normal. And the way it feels on the way it feels as you touch it feels like it's the way your skin should be. It makes you feel a little bit more brave. When you hear the dog start to bark in the background, you're not as freaked out as you normally would be. I'm sorry, the loud noises in the background. The dog hasn't started yet.
Oh, so I started to hear the loud noises?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll call out to my parents. I don't know if I have memories of them.
You can, you start to call out, Mom? Wait, Mom? No. Dad? Dad? Dad, where are you? And you can hear the conversation stop. And you can hear growling and footsteps coming towards the door.
Growling like a dog growling, and footsteps like a dog paws?
Footsteps like maybe a combination of different footsteps.
Coming towards the door because I'm in like my room.
Yes.
Is there anything to brace the door with in here?
There is a lot of big stuff like your bed or a dresser.
Nothing a kid could move.
No.
Okay, I want to just like hold the door.
Okay.
Back.
So you close the door and you put your hands up against it.
I'm gonna try and hold it.
And like you hear, Arius, are you in there?
Yeah.
You can hear the dog barking in the background as well. Arius, you called for me. What do you need? Is something wrong?
Yeah, what's with that dog that chases me all the time? Can that not happen anymore?
You know you and the dog have a bit of a rough experience with each other. He doesn't quite understand you the way we do.
We? You mean you and Mom? Or...
Mom? I think you're mistaken. Your mother doesn't exist.
Then sorry, out of character, I don't know if these questions would make sense, because I don't know exactly how much of my backstory I'm supposed to remember or know.
You don't remember a lot of your backstory.
Okay. So then I would just say, what do you mean doesn't exist? Where did I come from then?
From us. Your fathers helped make you.
Fathers? I don't know how old I am in here, but I think I know enough that...
Come now, just let me in. Well, I'll take care of you.
Does he sound recognizable? Like, do I recognize his voice, or is this...
There is a certain comfortable... It's both a comfortable and an uncomfortable familiarity.
Okay. Well, I guess if I recognize it and I feel some connection to this person, I'll open the door.
Okay. You open the door, and standing there is an older human gentleman. He has kind of like darker skin overall than what you might be traditionally used to seeing. And he kind of like leans down and he like pushes the dog back, and he's like got the dog on a close chain, and he reaches out and he kind of puts a hand on your shoulder. It's gonna be okay, Arius. I know that things get scary sometimes, and I know that things here are very strange, but in time, everything's gonna be okay. You're learning a lot. Every day you learn a little bit more. And soon, you'll know enough to do what you know you need to do. You want to grow up to be a big, strong boy, right?
Of course.
And we're gonna help you do that. why don't you just head back to bed and everything will be okay?
Gavin, question.
Mhm.
So let's semi out of character. Because me as a player, I want to know where I am, but I don't know if my kid self / Arius' knowledge here would probe him to ask this question. So I mean, I want to ask this, but I don't know if you can say how much of, like, if I'm in the
Yeah,
kid
I'll
mind
tell you.
state, I
I'll
would
tell
just
you
go
when
back to
you're
bed.
when you're saying something you wouldn't say at this point.
Okay, so then I would say, where are we? Like, what is this place?
We're at home.
Where is home?
Don't be silly. You know where home is. Just go back to bed.
No, I really need to know where I am and what's going on because I'm very confused and I feel lost.
As you start asking these questions, like the fabric of the dream around you starts to decompose.
Okay, as it's like decomposing, I'll try to reach out to him. Like when you're trying to like reach out to something as the dream's coming to end or something like that.
Yeah,
I'll do
you
that.
can
I'll
you
try
can
to
feel
reach
him
out.
tear away as your hand seems to stretch out infinitely until you wake up in bed.
Cold sweat.
Your cold sweat, your claws extended,
I look at my
and
my
your
injured
skin like covered in a light small layer of scales that gradually
already-
fade back to normal. Yeah, but it's like heavy. It's like a heavy.
Oh, it was like
coat.
heavy.
Yeah.
Okay, and then it fades back to like a lighter.
Yep.
Okay, I like look at this, and am I injured anywhere? Claw marks?
No claw marks.
Bleeding?
No nothing.
I'll retract my claws.
Your shoulder does feel warm, like where his hand was. It feels as if like his hand had just left your shoulder.
Okay, I guess I would just put my hand on the spot and feel the warmth, and then is my dragon toy out?
Your dragon toy is out on the table. You're not holding it this time.
And I didn't say I put it there, so I did not put it there, but it is there now.
Oh, I didn't. I thought that was where you were putting it from now on. I'm sorry. It's
I
wherever
usually
you would have
do
left
that,
it.
but I forgot to say that, and I don't know if I would have done that.
I was just
think
going
I
off of
would've
what
done
you
that.
would
I would have
normally
done that. I would have done that. I would have done that.
So yeah, it's still
in
there.
the same spot.
Yep.
Okay. Is it? I'll try speaking Draconic now because I know it. I think right.
Yes.
Okay. I'll speak Draconic to the dragon toy and say, "Did you experience this as well?" Or I'll look at it to see if it's looking more lifelike than usual, like the normal.
You
normal
didn't bring
toyness.
me with you. I can't experience it with you if you don't let me come with.
I have to hold you when I go to bed.
You don't have to hold me, but you have to want me there. And you weren't as worried this time.
Hmm.
See, I helped you not be worried when you were scared. But now you don't have anything to fear, do you?
I don't know how accurate that is. It's still strange, and I'm trying to figure out what more about. I can't really remember much about my past. I'm trying to remember. Perhaps you can help me next time.
Yes. Bring me with you and I will try.
All right. I feel like I'm in like a half sleepy state, so I'm kind of like.
Yeah, you can.
So I'll just like kind of pass. Actually, I'll grab the toy and I'll put it on my
Yep.
chest as I go to sleep again.
You can drift back and get a little bit more sleep.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do Cassius then.
Oh joy!
Can I ask a quick question?
Yeah, go ahead.
For future, like, drawing reference, what color would spirits usually be?
Oh, they're an assorted color. There's not like a
Okay.
specific spirit color.
Alright, so just makes them whatever color feels
Mhm.
right.
Oftentimes it will depend on how a spirit died. So if they died in like a state of dream, their colors might be like a little bit more vague. There may not be any specific color. If they died in combat, there might be some reds for anger or yellows for fear, or like lots of, think of like emotional colors that kind of tie in. And that's what you'll sometimes see in some of the spirits.
Okay.
All right, Cassius.
All right.
This
I'm
time,
out on the plains again.
no, you're in the library,
Uh-oh.
sitting across from Maldronicus, with the Wayfinder in your hand, pointing at him.
I'm gonna look up at him real quick.
His face becomes a Wayfinder. And then both the Wayfinders start pointing in the same direction.
Where are they pointing?
To the map, pointing southwest. Like an arrow and a Wayfinder suddenly appear on the map and they point southwest. It's like rocking kind of back and forth in that general area, but pointing southwest.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do one of these things real quick. See what's going on.
It will realign and then point southwest.
Huh. I'm gonna follow it.
Okay. You get up and leave the library, head out the door, and start wandering down the path. You'll follow it once again to the mountains.
I don't know a pathway through the mountains, do I? Or like, would I have anything on there? I'll try to. I guess I'll try to find a path. Is there like a path there on there that's marked that leads to Akunsant, or through Akunsant at least?
No.
Why
are you covering up your face?
Oh, he's neutral evil. Oh. Okay.
Oh wait, it's backwards. Shit. It looks so. I realized it's reflected.
It looks fine.
It was actually accurate for us.
Oh, yeah. It was only backwards for me.
Yeah.
I was making a compass.
Okay.
That's helping you reverse or something.
Gotcha. Thank you. I spoiled the immersion this time. You were trying to enhance it. I spoiled it.
I'm at the mountains, the same place I was before.
Yes.
And this is like where the mountains meet the water, right?
Yes.
I will try to run across the water, but more likely swim across.
Okay, give me a fortitude save.
Oh, joy. Oh, that's actually not bad. Oh, yeah.
Okay. You make your way across the water. And you come to a distance while you're kind of running across the water, and you slide to a halt. And the device starts to go crazy. The compass starts spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning.
Am I
a ladder starts to grow out of the compass. Or I'm sorry, stairs start to grow out of the compass. They're very heavy. Give me a strength check.
Oh, good.
You drop the compass and you wake up, hearing the compass fall upon the floor, hearing the Wayfinder fall upon the floor.
I'm gonna pick it back up and put it back on my person.
When you first go to pick it back up, it is incredibly heavy, but eventually you manage to lift it up and put it back where it belongs.
There were no stairs attached to it, were there?
Not that you could see.
Huh.
All right, Zeke. Let's get those saves ready. Give me a will save. All right. Nothing finds you tonight. Zeke is on it. Only a +2 too. This really kind of annoys me that you're doing so well on these.
Hey man, is this a mind affecting?
Yeah, so I guess it's a +4.
Yeah.
All right.
And if I rage when I go to sleep, another +2.
All right, now. You are in a much different landscape this time. You find yourself in a room filled with lightning. You are out in the midst of what looks to be a storm. Your blade, Ayun, held in your hand. This is where I am from.
I suppose since I'm only connected to you now, I see more of what you see.
It will be easier for me to show you what I know and what I see. With both of us before, it would be difficult to see either without truly focusing your attention?
I'd show you my home, but I don't know where that is. I only have vague memories of my mom, her hair, the way she talked. Was it? Is this all you remember of your home?
This is some of what I remember. This is the outside. Turn around, Mel, and I'll show you my home.
I rotate.
As you turn, you can see like a massive city stretched out in front of you. In my day, this city had a leader, a defender. It was a great and noble man of great lineage. He is the father of the heroes of our city. Perhaps you've heard of Dragon's Cove?
Like out of character. I mean, probably not, right?
Yeah, it's unlikely you've ever heard of Dragon's Cove.
Would I have even heard of it?
No,
It just being
I
like,
don't
as,
think
like,
it came up in any of the books you were looking at, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. The only thing it maybe is like, because like I did like the merchanting or like the smithing for a while, and I don't know if we'd ever have any like orders.
You'd
from
have
Dragon's
never
Cove.
seen anybody from Dragon's Cove.
Okay.
Or when you were looking at my map earlier.
Yeah, you would have seen Dragon's Cove on that map. That is true.
Okay.
So you at least know where Dragon's Cove is on the map.
I only know its location, surrounded by the sea on all sides.
I was under the protective custody of the Rampage family. And the city around you kind of melts away and then reforms around you, and you're inside of a building with a large rhino on the large head of a rhino charging forward on the front of a bright red shield that's hanging above a large fireplace. A small girl kind of wanders back and forth in front of the fireplace, while a very large human with carrying a great sword in his hands, stands with his back up against a door, ready as they're slamming upon the door.
Is this the emblem of the Rampage family?
It is.
Are they still around?
I would assume Dragon's Cove, I think, has only gotten bigger in time.
Why would it?
Go ahead.
Why does a dragon need protection? If I understood correctly, aren't you like the alphas of your species?
You see, I'm not all dragon.
As in,
You're
you're crossbreed like me?
As you look at her, you notice that her skin is tinted a bluish color, and if you kind of move in close, you can see there's some scales forming on there, and that her face is it has some humanoid characteristics to it, not as reptile as what you found in that book a while back.
So I actually see her now. I don't see her just as the sword anymore.
You see, yeah, you're seeing like a little girl in a room with a very weird kind of lizard-like face.
I see.
And with blue tinted skin. But it's like a soft blue tint. It's not totally obvious.
So, being of this rare breed, potentially people wanted to use that in some way?
I wasn't supposed to be there. I wasn't supposed to have turned out how I did. I was supposed to be kept a secret away from everyone.
How did people find out?
It's one thing that we're not certain of. My magic was normally doing a good job keeping me safe, but one day in the middle of the city, my magic failed, and the city went crazy. From what I know now, it took years before everything was brought back to the way it was supposed to be, before people assumed it was just a story of those that were crazy.
When I grasp you, I feel electricity pulsing through me more so than normal. I thought your magic was related to the ability to control storms. You're saying you were more of a illusionist?
No, I was given protective garments to make sure that I appeared as normal to everyone else.
Ah, I see. You tried to hide who you were.
Yes, I had to hide who I was.
I understand entirely.
It was important for my fathers to be able to continue.
Would there be any benefit to going back to this place? What is your purpose in this form? What do you hope to learn from this existence?
I want to make the world better. I feel like there is much wrong with the way the world is now, and I want to make things more right, more in line with how things should be. Make them stronger.
Perhaps we can do that together.
I hope so. I would like that very much. And you hear, like, the door suddenly breach, and dozens of these very short, like, reptilian creatures burst in. Like, hundreds of them swarm into the room, and you watch as this massive man, like, cuts his way through dozens upon dozens of them. But inevitably, just enough of them start getting their spears into him that he can't hold them back. And they kind of like overwhelm and push him back, and then rush in and get to her. And she breathes out for a moment a bright burst of electricity that slays many of them. But in doing so, some of them get around her and start to like penetrate her with spears in her back. And then the whole vision goes dark. And you wake up.
I pet the blade. I try and comfort her.
Thank you, Mel. Thank you. All right. It is the next day. The 28th of Virdum. Everybody can meet up for breakfast.
I would try to wake up early if I can to make it there on time. Kind of thing. I don't know how long it takes.
Yeah, that's fine, because you would have taken a light nap and kind of woken up before some of the people would have.
You sure you don't want to have breakfast at that place?
No, I'll skip breakfast here and try to catch breakfast at the other place.
They don't even have breakfast here.
You ask some guy in an alley, yeah, I've got breakfast. What do you want?
I got your breakfast right here.
Is it a tasty, delicious muckle sandwich?
No. All right, so you meet back at the inn. And everybody else would probably be coming down a little while after you get there. For breakfast.
Morning, gang. Anything interesting happened last night?
Nope. Sphinx didn't wake up during my shift, and I had a eventless evening.
Well, we seem to have found a solution for when we're staying in cities, but what happens if we're camping out in the middle of nowhere? We only have one tent.
She hasn't seemed to do this while traveling for some reason.
Well, we all didn't really have anything happen at night before until very recently, so I guess we'll see what happens the first time we do that.
I've been speculating on this, but it's possible that these enchantments they have in this city, in some ways, like impede or allow these like magics to happen. It wouldn't make. I guess it doesn't make sense though. I'd have to like reason on it further. But
Or maybe just something here triggered it. Hopefully, it's just something that happens here and not everywhere. Because
or perhaps the reasons they put these enchantments in this city is because they have these types of problems.
Interesting theories. Meldronicus, my coin back, please.
I hand you your coin pouch.
Thank you.
Did it appear necessary to have gotten rid of it for the night?
Nothing strange occurred during the night, but it was a shady place, so...
Well, still probably better than the bedrolls we'll be sleeping on for the next few days.
Yeah. Speaking of, we should head to the... grab some breakfast and head to the gate to meet the cart.
Yep. So you guys can eat. If there's nothing else you guys want to discuss for the morning, then you will head out on the road again.
So now this is a 3-day journey, to be clear.
This is a 3-day journey.
Okay.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
We're gonna pretend that maybe time was longer, or I don't know. I don't know how to like correct the poor timing. So
That it was just uneventful and we went 3 days?
yeah.
Well,
Say that, right?
we were in encounter.
But yeah, I did correct it on the calendar for at least the Comminster travel. So you guys took the amount of time that it would have taken otherwise, and so we will go forward with the travel on these days to come.
For the record, I'm casting a continual chain of mage armor.
Okay.
I'll offer it as if anyone wants it as I'm
Alright,
casting.
and Meldronicus had said he was discussing that we change our movement positions, or
Yeah, so
something
let's
like after we had
discuss that.
first
Let's
bill,
get
right?
let's get you guys to.
Yeah. Also, I'm not taking skim obviously for this journey.
Right.
I played that.
Let me stop the combat music for the moment.
Yeah,
And let's discuss your traveling plans. So, why don't we see like what's a good formation for the party to be in? I'll bring down the cart.
I think in our paranoia of spacing out as much, we've been really just allowing people to pick us apart. So I think we shouldn't all be clustered, but we certainly shouldn't have anyone standing by themselves.
Oh, also, just a real quick note.
Agreed.
We're gonna do away with grids. Shit, hold on. I need to make sure I do this right though when I do this. Damn it! It reset the grid selling. So fucking annoying.
So
I don't
I was
want
thinking.
cells that big.
I was thinking that Zeke and I could be a front line, and then some distance back, you three could be a group, and that way you guys keep Sphinxaura safe. And no one's an easy target.
Sounds good.
Let's see if this is what I'm looking for.
Works for me.
Does anyone require my mage armor? I'm going to be casting it on myself continuously while we travel. It should last you for 4 hours per casting.
It doesn't seem to do anything for me at this point.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not.
Same.
Because it gives you a bonus for armor class, natural armor, like 1 in 4 different categories or something, right?
No,
It's just if your armor is less than
Yeah.
4, it's useful. If your armor is 4 or
okay.
more, it's useless.
plus 4 AC. So if you have an armor that gives you 4 or more, or whatever, it gives you nothing. Well, it helps with your touch AC,
yeah.
but that's a specific case, not worth it. Casting is successfully using.
I have on +5 full plate, so I'm good.
Do you actually?
No.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say.
ever the kidder.
Yeah, I've got a +4, so.
Okay. Oh snap! Look at this card.
Yeah, I want it to be at least a little closer to accurate. Let's...
Do you have the paintings for the side view?
My banner.
I don't even know how logistically I'd make that work. Let's see here.
Oh yeah, before we leave, I want to make sure my banner is still attached to the card as well.
It is indeed.
Okay, good.
They did not take that off. I saw there were some checks. I want to put the riders on the cart, damn it.
Yeah, those are definitely checks that,
Alright, so we.
Oh, he's big! Yeah, go
supposed
ahead
to
and roll
move
up your
ourselves?
checks. Well, I guess you guys already did roll up your checks. You guys were talking about the array, so go ahead and give me your marching order.
Yeah, where are we
I
at?
rolled up mine.
Andronicus?
So, yeah, something like that for us.
But like in relation to the card, should we be like to the side of the card, or do you mean?
Yeah.
Probably
Are we in
just
the back, or where do you want us?
probably out in front of it, because if you
All of
guys
us in
split,
front?
And I'll
If you
be
split
right
to
back
this-
while you guys discuss that.
if you split to the sides of it, then like you're separated again, right?
Well, no, I mean our cluster of group would stick together, but where do you want our cluster?
Oh,
to the
like
side
you-
of the.
Like on the right or the left. But then the thing
Yeah.
is, then there's still one side that we can't see. You guys are better off being in the
Just in
front,
front.
so you
And
can
then where are
see
you
both
guys?
sides.
More in front of us?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so I guess we'll be walking in front of the card.
The alternative would be like we would walk in front and you guys walk in the back. I think would be the two reasonable ways to do it. I don't think leaving one side completely visionless though is good, because then if someone sneaks up on us, we're just gonna get like blindsided.
Yeah. What's going on with your HP? Is someone low? Cassius, are you low?
Oh, shouldn't be.
Yeah.
I was, but
And Spinks, your spell points. You didn't expend any spells yet, have you?
Oh, right. I didn't get a chance to reset that.
Oh, this is a weird marching order.
I think should be in the middle of us,
People just haven't moved their tokens.
unless you want to stick. Yeah, you should be there.
Yeah, well, something like this. I don't think we need to be that far out, Zeke. Just like something like that, yeah. How much is this? Is this great or appropriate? So this is, yeah, that's about fine. I don't think we should need farther.
And if there is something we come across, let me know how many hours we've spent, because I'll deduct that many spell points for mage armor,
No problem.
because I'll be casting it every 4 hours.
Basically,
Definitely.
every check I have you guys do, you'll want to do. You're going to be casting
Another
another
mage
mage
armor?
armor. So. What?
I just gave the ghost a shadow.
Oh.
Wait. Smart.
Yeah, so for this leg of the journey, you'll just pass by another field full of horses galloping across the open plain. And let's have our next round of checks. Cassius isn't here now, so.
So we don't die.
But that should be plenty enough, even without Cassius. On this leg of the journey. Ooh. Interesting. There is a chance. A pair of like humanoids start rushing up towards you guys as you guys are guiding the cart down the path.
Right, I have brace for a special ability for my weapon, so.
All right. They start like waving to you, guys. You can see they're wearing what look to be military leathers.
So I guess they run up to Zeke and Aldronicus first because we're behind them.
Yeah.
Who runs up to us? The cabin drivers?
No, a pair of people in military leathers.
Aerofor?
Yeah. Oh, we're so lost. Our navigator, he died. He didn't make it.
That sounds that motive.
Tell them the truth. Seems to be anyway. They seem really exhausted. They seem like pretty bloodied.
Where were you stationed? I thought we were the only ones stationed around here right now.
There was a small village we were asked to look at, but I think we started wandering the wrong way, and the next thing we knew, we were crossing a river, and then we saw the ocean, and we knew we went too far. But when we lost our navigator, like, things just kept getting worse.
Where were you heading?
We were trying to get back to camp from the village.
The name of the village?
Oh god. Let me check my notes. He gives you the name of some random village.
None of the ones on our map?
No. Because what you have on your map is towns, not villages. I'll get you a quick random village name. Patoon.
Doesn't sound like a real village that we've heard of.
No, you've never heard of it. Villages, like, are few and far between. The military will occasionally send, like, smaller groups out to check to see if a village has grown to a bigger size. But most of the time, they just expect, like, villages to end up getting overrun. And so villages come and go constantly.
What happened to your previous squad?
Yeah.
Lions.
Oh, God.
Very, very big lions.
We know all about that.
That tracks.
We had to leave the other ones behind to be eaten. It was our only way out.
Could they still be alive?
I don't think so.
I want to check them out. Do they look like they've been in a scuffle or in a fight? Do they have like scratches on their armor?
Yeah, they have claw marks. Their armor is in a bit of disrepair. They're like sweating profusely.
Which one of you is the leader? Was it the navigator you lost?
The navigator was the leader.
Well, if I know anything about losing your leader, you're gonna be in for some trouble.
But we didn't want to fight. We were trying to get away. But lions are fast. They're really fast.
Are you sure they're not still following you now?
No. We haven't seen them. We think we would see them. They seem to stop and eat the body.
I'm carefully just looking into the horizon.
Yeah, give me a perception.
Oh, I made a button for this. That's right.
Yeah, you don't see any sign of lions in the distance. We've been traveling for a while now. Almost a day.
Do you guys need a ration?
We've still got our food, thankfully. Can we travel with you?
I'll look at Meldronicus.
I'm gonna do the same.
Yeah, I think we all looked at Meldronicus.
We'll carry our weight.
I don't see any harm in that.
Their military leather armor, does it look like it fits them?
I mean,
Like
it
was
fits them
for
the same way most of the military leathers do, but not in the same way you guys' does. You guys looks like it fits perfectly. Theirs looked like it's whatever they could find off the rack that fit close enough.
Yeah, I
That's
think
not
enough.
uncommon, though, is it?
No, that was very common in the military. Yours looks like it fits so perfectly because you're not actually wearing military leather. You're wearing shirts that make it look like you're wearing military leathers.
Also,
think
we were like the high potential recruits, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
I think enough of their story checks out that Meldronicus would let them march with us, but I would definitely be instructing them that they're marching even in front of Zeke and I so that we can keep an eye on them just in
Yep,
case.
fair enough.
Before we head off, what are you guys' skills?
One of them shows a long sword and a shield, and the other one, I'm just trying to also add them to the sheet while I do this. And the other one has a crossbow, and says he's mostly adept at sneaking and getting information under the cover of darkness.
But just to be clear, if you're as part of our unit, you're acting under our command.
Of course.
Okay. That's, as far as I'm concerned, you are a temporary member of the squad, and we will make sure you get escorted back to a town safely.
Thank you. All right. Next leg of the journey. Yeah, staying on track.
Yeah.
And nope, no major events. Just another group of horses. Lots of horses out today.
All right, time for hour number 2.
I feel like this is just for shadowing dire horses at one point. We heard you've been writing about us, Meldronicus. We are the dire horses. And we have come to destroy you in your research. You cannot stop us.
All right, you guys see 20 elk roaming about.
Just regular elk.
Just regular elk? Actually, hold on. There is...
Yeah.
Dire elk?
Nope, just regular elk.
No super aggressive magical elk?
Elk.
No elemental elk. All right.
No burnished hearts?
Nope. Next leg of the travel.
So sorry, how many days have passed, if any?
So far, you're about to hit the end of the first day.
Okay. Wait, how many legs have happened? Because you said every time it's a...
It's four stretches to a day. So there's 4 potential chances for random encounters
So 12
in
hours
the
of
area
travel.
that you're in. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Fun stuff. Actually, this will not engage you because of the size of your unit. All right.
Not because of my fancy banner? Come on.
No, this was a scorpion that decided that doesn't look like it's worth trying to kill. All right, and so you guys can set up camp for the night. Everybody's favorite. Oh, wrong thing. Wrong camp.
Oh,
It's a really big
we're
tent.
in camp.
That camp.
We're,
So wait, this tent only holds 2 people, if I remember correctly, right? So
That is
everyone
correct.
else has to be sleeping inside.
Let me get you your additional companions.
Is this the tent I have in my inventory, or is this a different?
This is the tent you have in your inventory.
So we have 6 people. I don't know if I trust. I'd say that.
Whoa! Why is it I turned off the grid and suddenly you guys gained back all of your sight?
Oh, I see it. I'm attacking them.
Are these? What were these people that
Whoa!
joined?
I don't know,
that
what
went
happened?
the opposite way. What the fuck, game?
I'm the only one here.
Hold on.
And the world
We're
is
already in our
eternal
dreams.
dark. The rest of the
Okay.
rest of
There you
eternity.
go.
Everybody should have their normal vision radiuses now.
Something like that.
So pretty much. So Mal, what's
Yeah.
the plan tonight? Are we just taking shifts, sleeping as normal?
Yeah. I mean, I want to make sure that one of us is on watch at all points.
Well, with this many people, it'd probably be 2 on watch, right?
Yes, I would prefer
Each time?
2, so that
Well-
when Spinks is on watch, someone can watch her.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna bring up the. I'm gonna grab the.
So we can have each of us are taking 2-hour shifts. Or sorry, we have 5 people. I forgot we have 5, so we have 7.
Mhm.
So each of the 5 of us take an equal shift, and the other 2, the 2 people that are traveling with us, I would assign shifts, one with Sphinx Aura and one with Arius. If that makes sense. Just so everyone's chipping in, but realistically, we just want to make sure that Sphinx isn't trying to do something to Arius.
What would she do?
What would I ever possibly want to do with Arya?
Not murder me, please.
Exactly. I only want to murder him.
All right. So
You make it sound so sweet. It's like, I just want to murder.
let's go through this watch
I wanna murder
rotation.
someone.
Okay. So let's do. So let's. All right. No one else has dark vision, right?
No, I don't think so.
So what point of the night is like the darkest point in the night?
The darkest
wait,
point.
don't I also have dark vision?
The darkest 2 points of the nights would be the points where the moon is at the 45-degree point.
Yeah, I do.
Which, okay, whatever shift that is that what order? If we're doing 5 shifts, what shift would be most appropriate for that?
If you were gonna do that, it would be like part of the you said 5 shifts.
Yeah.
So that would be the 3rd shift, or the second or 3rd shift, or the second or 4th shift.
Okay. So I'll just say I'm always 2nd shift.
Okay.
I don't really care. I don't. Whatever other order people else want, it doesn't really matter.
Okay.
I'll
Spinks
do
said,
First shift.
Yeah.
I think Spinks said she has dark vision too.
So she'll go after you,
Yeah.
probably.
So then she should go 4th.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have someone on with dark vision when it's really dark out.
I'll take the last one, I guess.
Looks like I'm 3rd.
And then I would, as I said, I would instruct the other 2 people that their contribution to the shifts is when Sphinx Aura is on, one of them is on. When Arius, one of them is on.
Okay. All right.
And that's basically what we're doing for the whole trip.
So, in this evening, as people are sleeping, Sphinx was on what shift?
4.
Okay. So, I am going to need Sphinx to give me a will save.
Hooray!
This will happen during the middle of the 3rd shift. Sphinx will sit up.
Dope. I'm gonna wake her up.
How are you going to do that? You're just going to
I'm
clap?
just start right in her face.
Okay. She just kind of starts walking past you towards Arius.
I'm gonna pick her up.
Give me a CMB.
Ooh. Yeah.
She kind of brushes you off and keeps moving towards Arius, and then leans down in front of him.
Oh, wait.
Oh, these are rounds. You did your action in this round. She gets her
Oh.
round. She leans down in front of Arius. And she places a hand on Arius' chest. She's moving much slower than she would normally move, though. And she
I'm
starts
just gonna-
saying some words in
Burning hands
Draconic.
me.
when it's my turn, I'm just gonna run over and tackle her.
Okay, give me a CMB.
Oh, this is gonna
For
be
the
good.
sake of Arius, you.
All right, you grab you diving tackle into her and like knock her down, and her hand kind of flies up, and you can see like a bit of the tiniest bit of fire like sparks from her fingertips and just kind of dissipates before it hits the ground, cooling off in the air quickly. Give me a will save, Sphinx. That was definitely going to be a burning hands.
Okay.
However, you will try to force your way out of this encounter. Give me a CMB.
Oh, me or her?
Her.
Or
Does that beat your CMD?
My CMD is a 19.
Nope. So you are still held. What do you want to do, Cassius?
I'm going to scream in her ear.
Okay. Sphinx, give me a will save.
Okay.
Okay. That is not enough to wake you up because making loud noises does actually cause a penalty.
The rest of us.
the rest of us wake
are-
up from that yelling.
The rest of you, though, will wake up.
Yeah.
If I see him like screaming in her ear, I'm gonna go back to my same tactics of just the non-lethal slapping in the face.
Okay. Give me an attack roll.
I'm just like holding her down, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm just using my button for
Just
my
like a
attack.
white man.
that's fine.
Coup de grace her
Yep,
with a
that's a
slap.
hit. Give me damage.
Coup de grace with the slap.
Alright. Sphinx will save. Now you have a bonus. And you come out of it. Again with a burning sensation on your cheek.
Get the God compels you.
Which
It happened
one?
again.
I
As
just
say,
look-
wake up looking at the scene. What is going on here?
It's not what you think.
What happened?
I definitely
think
have
she
her
tried to kill
pinned
me
down,
again. Is that
don't
not
I?
what I think?
Yeah, Cassius has Sphinx pinned down, and Mal
My face is
Mal,
right
like,
next to her
slaps
ear.
her face.
I say that I never works in mysterious ways sometimes.
It's not
Can
what
I,
you
like-
think.
Can I like
Save some
kick
for me. I
Arius?
run in and stomp.
Can you what?
Can I like kick? Oh, Cassie. Can I kick Cassius off?
my
No,
CMD.
that's a CMB versus a CMD.
Or see my D.
No,
Or beat my CMD.
Can I try to?
no. I mean, you can give me a CMB. You need a 19.
Oh. Well. Yeah, that definitely does not work.
No. Are you gonna let her up at some point? She seems to be back to normal.
I mean, have I been instructed to let her up?
No.
No, I'll just leave her there for right now. Is everybody else still awake?
I spit in
Yeah.
his face.
You woke everybody up.
I'm spitting in Cassius's face.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be successful because he's right above you. Nope, it hits you.
No.
You're denied your dex,
Oh.
and your AC
Oh.
doesn't matter against a spit attack.
Roll your sneak attack, Sphinx.
What?
Hey, it
Yes,
counts.
the
It's an
class.
attack. You get your d6s.
Oh no.
The spit hits him in his eye. His eye pops out of the socket because it's too wet.
The classic witch level 1 level dip rogue. They never see it coming.
No, it looks like
I would just be like, Sphinx. I'm not actually smacking her that time. I'm just like, in her face. I'm like, you need to learn to control this somehow. This is like getting dangerous. And I just look at Ryan and I'm just like, slap her if this happens again. Okay. I say this
Okay.
with much love, Sphinx, but you're endangering our camp, and it seems to be the only effective way of getting through to you right now. I'm sorry about your face.
I suppose it's fair. I would like to try and stop.
Can you try asking your spirits if they know what's going on? Are they making you do this? Like, what's happening? Do you have any recollection of what's going on?
I don't remember any, but
Perhaps
I could try asking.
Yeah,
And the spirit hasn't said anything to you other than just trying to get you to kill Arius.
I didn't even know it existed until Arius told me I tried to kill.
It's quite specifically angry at me. Hope it's not Drustin.
Yeah, there's so many people that it could be.
That's not true, Cassius.
What about that old man?
It's the future
as all
that
we
goes
know,
to
is
now.
still alive, and we were all part of that.
You were more a part of that than we were. He could have had a heart condition.
He was fine when we left him. I left him richer than he was, okay? And it was all of us there. Oh, wait, I don't remember if it was Ozzy or Cassius who did that, but
When
it was. You remind me of someone that was there, so yeah.
When at one point I had met you, you had done like, it was like a ritual of sorts. I don't even think I know what an augury is, but you have done a ritual of sorts that it let you speak to these. Would you maybe be able to speak to this one via that, or does it not work that way?
I'm not quite sure an augury.
And you're sure it's a spirit, right? It's not like you haven't acquired any new items that would have changed that other than what we got from Blacksmith Inc., which, you know what, personally could be pretty sketchy. Those guys seem like really questionable people.
This would for sure not be them because they, again, do not conflict with military objectives, and I'm pretty sure murdering the military is against the military.
What if your death is the military's real objective?
Then they would just murder me.
What if they had accidentally put a spirit into it because they did that with Ayun, they did that with Sia? How do we know they didn't accidentally put a spirit into her shirt or something?
Yes, accidentally.
That is possible.
I do search through my items and see if I have anything that I didn't like. That I know I didn't have.
Okay. So, as you do that, why don't you look through your sheet and see if there's anything you notice that you shouldn't have?
You mean like this platinum coin with a dragon head on?
Why don't you reveal that for the party?
I mean, I do pull it out for them.
Yeah, go ahead and let's click this little button here. The little eyeball next to it will reveal it.
Oh, right.
All these dragon items lately been popping up. Where did you get this? And when did you get this?
I have no idea.
You just noticed you had this on you now?
Yeah.
I detect magic on it.
It is magical.
Surprise.
Spellcraft will tell you that it is... Hold on a sec. It is strong necromancy magic, and it is some form of curse.
Sphinx, are you capable of putting down this item?
I try and put the coin on the ground and walk away.
Okay. Yeah, you can put the coin on the ground and walk away from it.
I don't know if this is why. Should I try and interact with it?
You can go ahead and pick it up.
Well, I didn't say I did yet.
Oh, okay.
The way you said that seemed like it was fine, but I don't think I would touch it in character.
Okay.
Zeke, you've described yourself as a type that seems to be very knowledgeable of magic and its malicious ways. Do you have any insight into this? What this could be? How to destroy it?
I mean, as far as curses, I don't really have any knowledge.
But in your past dealings with like wizards, you've never encountered an object of this type before, or any sort of information on why or how to destroy types of these objects.
I don't know, as far as Steve, so as far as spellcasters possessing people or anything like that, would they ever use like a cursed item or
the most they might use is what they, if they wanted to like keep track of somebody, they might try to get you to like give them an item as, let's say, a gift, and then they would, that, now because they know what that item is, they can always like tune themselves into that item in order to find those people. But so if it were like a powerful wizard, this could be an item they stuck on her to like be able to find her whenever they want. But it's weird because normally the person would know like how they got it, unless somebody wiped her memory immediately after she got it.
Alright, yeah, so a spellcaster looking to possess her might have given her this item in order to hone in on it easier.
Sorry, just to be clear, did Mal share his findings from Detect Magic with everyone?
Yeah.
Okay.
I said yeah, I would have shared them. I say we strap it to a squirrel, and that gives us a head start if someone was tracking us.
The guy at the bookstore was experienced in erasing memories. Maybe he slipped it on her and erased her mind.
So Arius, real quick, while you're standing there looking at the coin, can you give me a... Let me make sure you even have a relevant thing here, so I'm not telling you to do something that you can't.
Yeah. I was waiting for a moment to ask if I could do Knowledge Arcana to see if I understand like the combination of necromancy and a curse and this coin, and see if it has any...
Well, you can give me a Knowledge Arcana, and then also give me a... Okay, so with that 19, you understand that like how Bestow Curse works as a spell, and this like might bind the object to this person.
Okay.
But what also like hits your head when you're remembering Arcana is you're remembering like the story you saw about the Rezix the Rhino Rampage and the place he was from, and there's like a small sketch in there of like the early sigils of Dragon's Cove, and they matched the exact same dragon head drawing that's on that coin.
So I'm putting something together, and I'm going to say something. I guess Arius would make the same conclusion based on that book he read. I'm assuming. If not, you can call me out for it, I guess.
Yeah, he's fine. He would.
But yeah, I would say in the library I did some research on some dragon history, and a place called Dragon's Cove enslaved a man to be their protector, and this sigil lines up with some sketching in the book. Perhaps with this said he was a curse and necromancy. Perhaps this is one of the objects they would use to make them serve their masters. And perhaps Sphinx somehow came into contact with this, and now she's set to serve whoever owns this coin. And apparently that's to murder me. It's the task given to her.
Well, if you saw it in the book, maybe it's to erase this information from the world, so you might have endangered us all right there.
Wait, what? You're saying because I read the information they're trying to erase me, they're trying to kill me? Because
yeah, because you're revealing the info to us.
Oh,
I was joking, man.
Well,
so real quick, what are Sphinx's thoughts on this right now?
She would probably like still be interested in like talking to the spirit, because perhaps they might have like seen her moving around and may have had at least some, especially if they know stuff about magic.
Okay, so do you want to try to locate the spirits around you, or do you just want to try to have a conversation with them using your augury?
I think I'll like look. I think I'll use the spirit side and see if there are any around right now to talk to.
Yep, give me your spirit sight. Okay. You activate your spirit sight. And as you look to the coin, as you're looking to the spirits, you notice the coin in the distance, and you notice a face looking up at you from the coin. A familiar face. Jack's face.
Burn the coin! Burn the coin!
Burn the coin? What do you see?
It's Jack.
Jack?
His face, it's the coin. Well, I mean, his face isn't the coin, but his face is on the coin. Ghost
Jack
stuff,
wishes me
by the way.
dead from the grave, but he must know I did not intend him to die, but perhaps it was my fault.
You don't see Jack's face on the coin. You see a dragon face on the coin. Was Jack a dragon?
Is Jack a dragon? Or was Jack a dragon?
No,
I think she's clearly referring to some spirits around.
You've noticed that as she's looking at this, like, her eyes don't look normal. They look almost as if they have, like, partially left her head. You can almost see through them.
I touch Ayun to it, and I say, this seems to be something that you might be familiar with.
It's a coin from Dragon's Cove.
Do you sense anything about it that's like familiar to you?
It reminds me of home.
That's okay, but you can't feel anything else other than.
Let me double check. I don't think they have any ability to.
No, there's no innate reason.
Okay.
I was just seeing.
Yeah, no. She would not detect anything from it.
Okay.
Does anyone have any way of destroying this coin? Perhaps, as we do so, we pay tribute to Delanrian. Perhaps Delanrian will set his restless soul to.
Can I do like an engineering check to figure out if there's a ways to destroy platinum?
I mean, you would know that you could, but you don't have a way to generate enough heat.
It just would need a lot of heat, though. Is what I would know.
Yep.
Would I have come across anything about the ethereal plane? About like if this would have been destroyed, if that's going to affect him at all, or?
So I'll sort of jump this a little bit. If you talk about what you know and Mal talks about what he knows, you'll both kind of get to a point that you know how this happened. Mal, this is exactly like what you read about in a book. Somebody had a lot of energy at the time that they died and didn't really have like a place that they were going when they died. So they had what they felt was like unfinished business here. They felt wronged that like things didn't end their way. And so now their spirit has stuck to something of some sort of significance to them. And this coin must somehow embody some level of significance. And so now like Jack is trapped in this coin. And you would know from the ethereal book that sometimes things from the ethereal plane can reach out and touch the people on the material plane, and even like have reactions with things on the material plane.
So I would turn to Arius and I said, you mentioned before you wanted to try and make things better between us again. This is your first chance.
First chance, what about that necklace?
You need to apologize to Jack, and he needs to believe you. Because currently, your apologies to me have not felt genuine. But maybe to you.
Necklace of great power.
This isn't about us. It's about you and Jack right now.
All right. Yes. How would you wish me to do this? He's dead. Can't really.
He exists in this coin, just as Sia was in my sword, just as Ayun is in this sword.
Is the coin still on the ground?
A physical body is just a vessel for the spirits and the souls.
The coin is still on the ground.
All right, I'm gonna pick it up and chuck it to him.
You pick it up?
Who, me?
Mm-hmm.
Give me a will save.
Dodge it.
Cassius, make an attack on Arius.
For the record, I had Mage Armor cast as I went to bed.
I know.
So I don't know how long it's been.
I know. You're still fine.
What kind of attack? Just
make an attack with you. You'll draw your weapon and make an attack. Damn!
Am I surprised? Is this a surprise?
It is a
round
surprise.
Kind of thing?
You are taking
Okay.
14 points. And I need everyone to give me an initiative roll.
So I didn't throw it to him like I intended, did I?
No. You threw your weapon at him, in a way.
You guys, and you're like,
Oops, wrong hand.
What is this treachery?
Alright, everybody got an initiative rolled.
People.
Arius, you go first.
I noticed him pick up the coin, right?
Yes.
I don't know if you want a perception check, but I'm looking for, like, as he picked up the coin, did his demeanor change?
His
does it look
demeanor
like it's no longer
changed almost
Cassius?
immediately, and his face, like, shifted a bit, and almost looks a bit more like Jack's.
Ooh,
It's kind of like it's like his face is wearing kind of a translucent Jack mask.
What about
Alright,
my eyes?
Which
They
token is
don't like
Cassius?
they don't seem entirely like your own.
I was hoping they look like sphinxes.
A little bit,
So
yeah, but not quite.
Cassius is to my left, right, or to my right?
Cassius right now is to your left.
To my left. Okay, so I'll take a 5-foot step back from him, like just not provoking attack of opportunity, and
Yep.
looking at him. I'll cast a shield on myself,
Okay.
and I'll speak to him, and I'll say, "So you said I noticed his face kind of looked like Jack."
Yes.
So as I cast shield on myself, after taking the 5-foot step back, I'll lock eyes with him, and I'll say, "If that's Jack, if you can hear me, I never intended for your death. I myself was going to die from those actions, and it's obviously something I regret, and I wish I could have traded places with you, but we are where we are." And that's my turn.
Okay. Mal.
I'm going to cast Blade Lash, and I'm going to try and trip Cassius.
Okay.
Jack doesn't. Jack's not gonna want to trade places with you. He just wants you to join him.
I'm not offering to trade
So-
places. I said I would.
Yeah, that's a
Oh,
success.
yeah.
You will
We'll
trip.
be friends forever.
You'll trip Cassius.
Whoa.
Sphinx.
Ooh.
What do you want to do?
Can I try and pry the coin out of his hand?
That's gonna be a CMB. He's laying on the ground.
Actually, if I see her going for the coin, okay. Well, if I see her going for the coin, I'll just say, "No one should touch the coin. It seems to Jack will possess whoever holds the coin."
She fails completely to do so, though.
Yeah.
Oh,
Zeke?
he's just trying to get it.
Alright, I mean, I'll punch him. That's what we were told to do, right?
Okay.
Oof.
So it's just a strength roll?
Just an attack roll. Just roll one of your attack rolls. It's fine. That is a hit. D3 plus your strength.
Jack doesn't give him magic lace.
What is my strength? Right.
All right.
Ooh.
There is no will save in this particular case. 'Cause
Bro.
this was a willing pickup, so if you didn't resist it in the first place, you are stuck for the moment. Cassius. The first thing that happens is Arius. I need to know if you were sincere about your apology.
I was. I have no reason to. Well, like Arius would have been sincere. I don't know if I was saying
Okay.
it sincere enough.
No,
but
I'm just checking.
you
So
would've
I
meant-
need you to
yeah,
give
you
me a
would've meant.
diplomacy then.
Okay. Ooh, I
Hit
maxed
him with
out
that
on
diplomat. See. Ooh.
So the face of Cassius like twists a bit more and looks more Jack-like. Your actions caused my death.
And they nearly caused mine. It was a foolish endeavor, I admit. Of course, I didn't mean for you to die.
What punishments have befalled you? I am stuck here. You continue on.
It was by dark magics that I survived. Nothing that I would wish any man to go through. If I can help you in any way now to help you move on, I will do so.
Take me with you.
don't know what that means. You mean the coin? You want the coin with me?
Cassius attempts to get up. Cassius will get up and reach out with the coin to you.
I'll kind of look back to Maldronicus, and I don't know what. When Cassius picked up this coin, Jack possessed him. I don't know what this. I am obviously. I did not mean for him to die, but I don't mean to forfeit my own life.
I will not take your life, but you will take me with you.
Don't you see this is between you and Jack? You have to solve this problem. You have to undo the damage that you've done.
Okay, when I'm taking the coin, I don't want to be like, I don't know if this is meta. Like, I don't want to be like willingly take, like, you know what I mean? Like, this is my coin now. I want to be like taking it with like the thought in my mind, like, this is Jack, and I'm trying to.
Well, sounds like your apology wasn't sincere then.
I take the coin regardless, but I'm trying to resist any impact it has on me.
You take the coin, and you can hear Jack say, I want us to be even.
How so?
I don't know. In death, I've lost much of what I knew in life. Find a place for me. A place where I can be rid of what I feel. I want you dead, and nothing will stop me from wanting that. Your apology makes it feel better, but it does not make it go away.
Well, as you know, I have made promises to dying men and held them. So although you've already died, I don't know if I'm saying this out loud or not, but whatever, if everyone can hear me. I'll be saying, I vow to you I will find a place to let you pass and set yourself at ease.
This is why I've accepted your words. If you do not find a way to make us even, then when you die, I'm taking you with me to where the darkness pulls.
That's agreeable. I swear to Delanrian I will honor your dying request.
Thank you. All of you, by the way, when you heard that, heard him talk both sides of that conversation.
We should probably be concerned, shouldn't we?
No more than usual.
So I'll turn to the party with the coin in hand and I'll say, I don't know how much of that you heard or if that was a mental conversation or whatever, but I've made a promise to Jack to find a solution to his woes. So perhaps the next town we enter, the Temple of Delanrian will be to be put on the stopping list. Figure out what to do with this.
And unfortunately, the other thing that needs to be put on the stopping list is this session.
It's Arius's life.
That too, but
So, let's dole out some experience. Change up the music here. I don't want this music for experience doling. Do some of this. Alright, so I think a little bit of everybody participated in the intro, so I'll give everybody 100 XP for the intro. Or for the recap, rather. 200 for role-playing. That was a really, really fun and interesting session.
This is a really good RP session. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah. And then you guys have been progressing pretty well towards story, so another 300 for XP in story progression.
Sorry, you said 300?
Yeah.
Okay.
So a couple of things I'm going to change. I'm going to drop the whole clever idea thing because I'm doing a terrible job at it. And as you guys move towards reaching 5th level, the XP is going to kind of narrow in on itself. Part of this XP thing that I've been doing is kind of a survival thing to see, like, can the party make it to 5th level? So as you reach 5th level, we're probably going to start to change the way people are awarded XP to kind of a more uniform method of doing so. But in the meantime, we're going to drop the clever idea stuff. I'm going to maintain the role-playing thing, though, as we go forward. That will always be a 200 and up to 200 XP kind of thing that's available. I don't want to take that away. But it is, and I may end up changing it to scale with your level as opposed to just being a flat XP number. What I want to do is kind of use it as the anti-metagame bonus that kind of encourages you to stick with what your character knows and not what you might know outside of the game. And thus far, that hasn't really been an issue for anybody in this party. I just want to leave it there for future games to kind of keep it as a reference point. Any other questions from everybody before we finish up? All right. I will take your silence as acceptance. We are on for Thursday that I'm aware of, right?
Yes.
I believe so. Just a quick thing, the total experience is 600 for this session?
Total experience is 600 for this session.
You want to throw 40 more my way, or what?
No. Close.
Just do the recap.
We got 100 for the recap.
Oh yeah, just do it next time. He'll be alright.
Yeah, but he won't get it till the end of the session.
Yeah, he'll be okay.
I'm 40 away from level 5.
Hey, we're still in initiative. We can fight real quick.
Yeah, didn't I technically defeat Cassius? Or Cassius was defeated?
Cassius has not been defeated yet.
Going for his throat.
When I finally kill Cassius, then Cassius will be defeated.
Or
when I break his
by the
spirits.
party leader and punched by the other guy.
By Zeke.
I don't remember you landed any blows.
True.
All right, well, I'm going to wrap this up. So, good night, everybody. Thanks so much.